location for too long. Minigun just holding the Zelnaga towers with a couple of probes. +2 upgrades going up for haypro and +1 for air. Thermal Lance is just about to finish as Minigun's going to get his second Colossus out. Looks like, actually that's his third Colossus. Looks like he's going to actually push with the 3 Colossus now. haypro does know it's coming as he did have a link at that Zelnaga tower. Looks like this is actually going to prompt Minigun to back up. I think Minigun was hoping to surprise him with that attack.
Yeah, I think he was trying to beat the Corruptors in that 200 army that Zerg brings to try and kind of limit the numbers. But I don't think that attack was quite early enough.
Weapon attack level 2 and armor level 2 now going up for ROOTMinigun. 2 more classes coming out. We do have an infestation pit going down for haypro. Probably going to go to Hive Tech sometime soon here. And actually a 6th base coming up as haypro, just the expanding master here, not really saturating in these bases yet, but just taking bases everywhere.
And here comes that 200 army ball that we were talking about earlier. A lot of times the point of this is to lower those Colossus numbers and then re-macro up and then re-engage after and try and kind of throw that killing blow or at least keep the Colossus numbers low enough that you kind of overwhelm and then end up winning.
Blink going down now for ROOTMinigun. It's +2/+2, about halfway done. He's going to engage right here. Roaches in front. Decent force fields holding the Hydralisk back. Roaches just getting incinerated by the Colossus. Hydralisk now finally into the battle. They do take down the Immortals. Still a whole lot of Stalkers up. They do get the Colossus though with the Corruptors. Looks like haypro's going to back up now with the rest of his army. He is reinforcing now with 24 Roaches and 9 Hydralisks. Minigun does have a little bit of a window here with these Stalkers where he can maybe push a little bit, but I don't think he's going to actually get there in time. Looks like back in Minigun's base actually now he's researching both Blink and then where is the High Templar? By the third maybe? Yep, there it is. Do have Size Storing being researched. Does have a couple High Templar out already. So going straight up to High Templar Tech and taking his 4th. Looks like haypro is finally starting to saturate that 4th base and that 5th base.
Also, we do see Hive Tech coming up for haypro.
Yep, haypro is just about to get that Hive to pop. Level 1 melee attacks just now going down for Zerglings. Does have +2/+2 on his Roaches and Hydralisks. Decent sized army. Are we thinking maybe tech switch here? Going to maybe Zerglings? Getting the Adrenal Glands upgrade.
Adrenal Glands, and we also have the Greater Spire coming up right now.
Some potential tech switches coming here for haypro. He is still maxed out. ROOTMinigun's now starting to get pretty close to maxed out. These guys are going to clash again. Oh, High Templars do have Size Storm. Size Storming a lot of the army. As I stupidly drag away the screen for a moment. Takes out the Colossus easily, but there was only 1 Colossus in the first place. Corruptor's just kind of useless little air blobs flying around right now, not really actually doing anything until he can get Broodlord Tech up with the Greater Spire.
This is really a good engage for him right now for our friends with haypro.
Good or gauge or not, he definitely is not going to kill a lot of the Gateway units, so he does reduce their number some. Decent Blink Micro by ROOTMinigun. He is going to clean up the rest of the Hydralisks here. haypro now switching to mostly Zerglings and a couple of Roaches. So it looks like we are going to get the tech swap here to Zerglings. Looks like he's going to maybe go Zergling Broodlord here. Yep, does pop just now 8 Broodlords. Then reinforcing his ground army with Zergling. So this should be interesting to see how this works. I don't think I've actually seen anybody go Zergling Broodlord as their tech swap from the 200-200 battle.
Yeah, normally I definitely have not seen this before, but I think it'll be really strong. Minigun's really relying on those Blink Stalkers and the Micro right now. We all know Crackling's do really well
I hate to interrupt you for a second, but it looks like Minigun has found haypro's, I believe that's his 6th base, and is going to take it out, although he was retaking a 7th at the gold, so probably won't hurt him too much. Wasn't mining from it anyways.
Yeah, I think that was more just to slow minigun down.
A lot of Broodlords going down. Looks like 9 Broodlords for haypro and morphing more. Going Broodlord happy here. 2 more actually being morphed behind this. If you look at the army tab for a second here, quite a bit more resources lost for haypro than minigun. Resource-wise, though, minigun nearing max, 180 to 196, so still a slight lead for haypro. Minigun is going to be moving out, though. It's going to easily take out that gold expansion. Mostly just blink stalkers and a couple of immortals, but those immortals are not going to do a whole much. Really good side storms on the Ling Ball, though. Getting a lot of the Lings melted down. So many Broodlords, though, just cleaning house with these stalkers. They're trying to take out the Broodlords, but the Broodlords are massive, and they do not die very quickly. Just obliterating the stalkers. This is ridiculous. If you look at the resource counter after this battle, it is now 162 to 122. LiquidHayprO with a sizable lead, and his Broodlord army marching forward. So move to the front here, it looks like LiquidHayprO is actually reinforcing to the front here of the area nearest to ROOTMinigun's 4th and 3rd. Maybe we're going to try and cut those bases in half here, knowing that ROOTMinigun has to be running on resources from his main and his 3rd. That massive Broodlord army that just devastated all those stalkers moving in. Looks like he's going to actually attack the 4th base here. Ground army just holding behind. ROOTMinigun warping in some units. LiquidHayprO is going to take out 1 gateway. Might take out a 2nd gateway over here. Stalkers are going to try and blink forward to take out these Broodlords. Side storms going down on haypro's ground army. Trying to use Side Storm on the Broodlords to soften them up. Not going to be very effective. Broodlords cleaning up most of these ground units with some ease. Minigun warping in more stalkers and blinking forward to try and finish off these Broodlords. They're just devastating his army. Couple of immortals, couple of zealots doing their best to clean up the ground armies of haypro. haypro now even just mutating in Broodlords right in front of Minigun. Not sure if that's the best course of action. Minigun is warping in some more stalkers. The last of the alive Broodlords is about to go down. Another Broodlord finally popping. Canceling one of the Broodlords. 2 Colossuses moving forward. A few ground army reinforcements coming in for LiquidHayprO. Immortal's going to not have too much problem cleaning up roaches. He's going to have to take down those Immortals if he wants to take this. Broodlord still morphing right in front of Minigun's 4th base. Just trying to apply constant pressure to the Minigun. Minigun staying pretty decent on resources right now. His army is getting pushed back though. haypro's reinforcements just too overwhelming for Minigun. haypro attacking the 4th base nexus. Minigun's going to try and move his probes up to where he has set up a 5th base. 2 of the Broodlords headed in that direction now though. 4th base definitely going to be a lost cause for Minigun. Minigun warping in reinforcements up at his 3rd base to try and do something about this army that is just devastating his 5th and 4th bases currently. Roaches kill things so fast. Stalkers warping in to try and engage the Roaches. Some Colossuses coming in for backup, trying to clean up these ground army units. Meanwhile, the Broodlords just devastating Minigun's 5th base. Roaches have been cleaned up now. A couple of reinforcements coming in from the back for LiquidHayprO. Stalkers blinking forward, trying to take out these Broodlords that are just hammering away at his 5th base. Nexus getting very low. Down to 1 Broodlord now, but he is going to just barely take out the Nexus right before the Stalkers manage to clean up the rest of LiquidHayprO's reinforcements. And ROOTMinigun, having lost those 2 bases, is going to GG out. An awesome game between LiquidHayprO and ROOTMinigun.